So game 2, we want to see a different jungle pick.
I want to see a little bit of fight back, like a little bit of snap back. It seemed like they kind of, like after the soul lane was shut down, they had a little bit signs of life, and it looks like Team Loyal just, they weren't having it.
It felt like they didn't have much push in any of the lanes either, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean, Chronos, Bastet.
JoJo was doing okay.
Yeah.
I think JoJo could have made something happen, but it was tough.
JoJo did all right. Well, let's go into picks and bans and see what they change up Team Loyal in game 2, because Torpedo, they had a good time with it that time. Team Loyal will take first pick this time, though. So that gives them the priority pick.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. They don't have to ban out soul laners. Maybe they can... Oh, there's the Chronos ban actually coming out of Team Loyal.
And that's I don't know why that's in response, because it was Team Loyal themselves that picked it up last time.
I guess they don't want to play it, and they don't want their enemy to play it. So.
Well, GameHunter can play it solo.
And then the outquang ban. There we go. I like
Makes
this
sense.
kind of reactive ban. Just take it out.
Well,
if Bobat's going to do that much work with outquang, just take it out of the equation.
Well, next ban, Torpedo Gaming have an option here. It's Raven taken away, but will they look for Capri or will they look for Amaterasu to take off the table? Which would you choose? I guess that's a question.
I think Capri.
Capri?
Yeah, because Amaterasu's kind of early game isn't as strong as the other soul laners, but it can be a little bit annoying during team fight time when, you know, the three...
A little bit annoying?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
With the AoE
your professional opinion?
team-wide movement speed, the heavenly reflection that damage mitigates. There's so much to worry about, but yeah, there's the first pick for Team Loyal.
So when does this start making a big impact? Are we talking 15, 20 minutes? Or are we talking 10, 12?
As soon as the first rotation happens.
First rotation.
Yeah, I think like around like level 7, level 8 is when Amaterasu starts picking up. And yeah, I'm going to call her Amy.
You're going to call it Amy?
Yeah,
okay.
Amy.
Yeah, I mean, it's your prerogative. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. ISIS in response from Torpedo Gaming again. They're going to go back to that one for the big
I like
pressure
this.
mid.
As much as like BroTuZ wasn't talked about that last game, he was the perfect support mid. He did everything perfectly. He set up a couple of positioning failures, which caused him 2 deaths. But besides that, he set up everything in terms of mid lane play. He did a lot of spirit balls. Had a great support build for mid lane. He pushed the wave. He had a great early game dominance. And then there's the Geb pickup out of Torpedo.
Odin locked in as well for Team Loyal. Now, with Amaterasu on the table, is that going to be an Odin jungle or an Odin support, you expect?
I don't really like the Odin pick right now. I would assume it would be an Odin support. I think it's way too early. You're not going to get the full... It looks like an Odin jungle, actually, because the Athena is locked in. I mean, these could be flexed. Odin jungle, Athena jungle.
Amaterasu jungle?
Ugh.
No? You're not down?
I saw Shane
Weaken
do it
would have
once,
run it.
and I didn't like I didn't like it at all. I don't think it has the same jungle pressure as another jungler, but...
Well, Weaken Odin jungle was kind of the same, though, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. But, yeah, a lot of these picks can be flexed, but I would assume if I had to take a guess, Amaterasu, solo, Odin jungle, Athena support.
Very safe Neith pick coming out from Torpedo Gaming there. Chiron was available, Ho-Yi was available, and they went with Neith.
I think they're just looking to set up. I'm assuming GameHunter is going to go maybe for something a little swaggy.
You reckon?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, he's not going to be able to go Vamana as much this game because Odin being picked up here is going to be a bit of a rough situation.
That's probably why they picked it. It was like, we're not dealing with the Vamana again.
Pick it up early and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So Yana's taken off, a Wheelish taken off as well. They don't want any knock-up combinations. And it's back over to Torpedo for where the second ban's going to focus on in the second ban phase.
Well, Kali was banned last game, so I would assume a Kali ban would be coming out soon. And that's probably why they did pick Neith. He probably didn't want to play it, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to play Chiron, but whatever. If you don't want to play Chiron Mox, that's fine. Just ban out the Chiron.
Well, they're going to take off Chiron. Hombat is also taken away from Torpedo Gaming. NinjaBobat won't be able to run that. With Kwong not available as well, where do you expect to see the jungler go? Thor, more than likely, I guess?
I mean, do you go Kali here? Because, I mean, they must know something if Kali was banned the first game, so I'm assuming they're kind of baiting out the Kali pick.
Is it wise to try and go Kali against Amaterasu, Odin, and Athena, though? It's not an easy time as a Kali, right?
Yeah.
Tanky targets.
I mean, once you get like full build, it doesn't really matter, but getting to that point, we'll see.
Is the biggest issue for them. I mean, they've got enough control with the first 3 picks here, though, as well, that they could run the Kali.
Yeah, I mean, this is great control. Even the preemptive Geb pick, letting them have Athena. And it looks like they're saving the jungler for last. Torpedo picks up Ho-Yi.
So we're going to see a solo lane Hunter. I think we're going to see a solo lane Hunter.
Maybe. It could be Neith solo.
That's what Neith or Ho-Yi solo, I expect. This is
ISIS
GameHunter.
solo?
GameHunter used to run Anher in the solo lane.
No, watch. It's Geb solo. ISIS support.
Wow, if I see GameHunter run Geb solo, I'm down. I'm so down. Agni locked in, though, for Team Loyal here. Mix up in the mid lane this time round. Agni against ISIS, good matchup there for Agni.
Yeah, once you hit level 5, you can just rain bombs on the ISIS, and she has a hard time dealing with it. Does ISIS still have more pressure? Yes. Do you have kill potential in the ISIS? Absolutely. So I like the Agni pick here as Rama gets picked up for Team Loyal.
And there's the Thor finally locked in for Torpedo. So really strong early game presence coming out from Torpedo Gaming in the mid lane.
Now I'm so scared for Torpedo as cool as their team comp looks, you got to look at front line. The only front line for the team is really the Geb. I mean, you have the initiation out of Thor, but unless you're building that Thor really tanky, Thor's an assassin.
And there's 3 members of Team Royal that you could class as front line. Athena, Odin,
2
and the
warriors
Amaterasu.
And a Guardian. That's pretty nasty. Plenty of setup, even just from the Agni itself. You have a 1-second stun coming out of Noxious Fumes for Agni. And
so the only way Torpedo's composition here, like if you just saw those on paper without seeing any of the players involved, would you say they have to go super late here and hope for the Hunters to come online more often than not, or get ahead really early?
Torpedo needs to get ahead really early. I mean, they have the classic Thor-Isis combination. That is, they're going to be pretty much uncontested early game mid lane. They should have complete pressure mid lane, maybe even be able to get both mid Harpies. They need to use their dual lane, which they are right now, for support. Neith ultimates coming out to set up kill targets for the Thor or the Isis, and the Geb for the mid to late game shields.
Ho-Yi solo against Amaterasu.
I mean, it's GameHunter.
Is that just the story?
I mean, like, there's no analyzing it at this point. It's just GameHunter.
I mean, GameHunter was one of those guys that he used to be able to throw a hammer before someone moved, knowing where they were going to teleport to, and hit them with it with the double tap.
Absolutely.
So if he can do that, but on a ricochet and triple bounce it every time, that could be exciting.
Yeah, he might have memorized like triple bounce locations in the solo lane. Maybe I know Cyclone has tinkered around with this idea in solo lane, like Hunters can be played in solo lane, but really it comes down to lack of frontline at the end of the day. So hopefully Torpedo Gaming can make up with the lack of frontline with their purely early game combat. I mean, their mid jungle really have to set the tone of the game, as it looks like they're doing a triple start here.
It does look like they're doing a triple start, at least for Team Loyal. They're going to do the doubles, and the same for the side of Torpedo Gaming. Ho-Yi, however, GameHunter has gone with Bluestone, Boots 1, Sanctuary, and 5 health potions. No mana, just 5 health potions. Do you reckon that's the best situation for this here? I mean, it's an awkward one to judge, really. That's like, what do you think? Because I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, as much as, like, I don't know. I'm a pro player, and I've never seen that before. So
you were a pro player.
I were. You're right.
Get it right.
You're right.
Just thank you very much.
I'm
thank you
washed
very
up.
much.
That's
Twitter
why
will
I'm
be
here.
upset if you start saying you're a pro player when you're not even
I
playing.
can't throw those words out.
You
lightly.
can't.
Yeah.
I used to be. You're like Adonis and Peckies and DM and everybody else. Useless has-beens. Team Loyal, though, going to watch Torpedo Gaming do this and then looks to contest with the bird, but they don't get it, and now GetFisher. Mistakes were made, my friend. First blood goes the way of Torpedo.
I mean, that was like a train wreck. That was like the Titanic. Like, he just watched them, and then he just jumped in and died. Like, I don't even know what he was...
Titanic was a boat, not a train.
Well, okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, thank you.
It's okay. I'm just helping you out, you know. You're in my world now. Left-hand side, though, aggression coming out from Torpedo again. Neith and Geb definitely having a little bit of better pressure than Athena, Rama earlier, just because of Rama's wave clear, a little bit suspect.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be... I don't know. I mean, Neith has a lot of early game laning, like, clear, right? But Rama kind of scales into the mid to late game, so I think they're just going to take the backseat on this one, especially with the first blood coming out. For Torpedo, you want to be a little bit careful because NinjaBobat can make some plays happen. I
actually saw something in this build from GameHunter that I found interesting, was like the Bluestone pickup at the beginning. I was like, why has he gone Bluestone? But he can poke with the ricochet, clear the wave, hit Amaterasu, and the minions are still aggro, so they come closer. So he can clear at a safer position, those frontline melee creeps. So kind of helps him out picking up that Bluestone.
That's cheeky.
It's a nice little idea.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Now he's going to actually get help. And that's a big key here as well. NinjaBobat definitely going to have to come over here and help support, just in case GameHunter wants to pick up those boars and dash in from the Amaterasu. The ricochet connects, and Thor is waiting with the double tap, which connects as well. Leap in, second kill, and NinjaBobat continues his tent camping in the solo.
It's a story from last game, right? Slight pressure. He baited the dash. He knew he would dash again because he dashed last time. Looks like a lack of team communication out of Team Loyal. Yeah,
Loyal in a bit of an awkward position. Just lost their boars on the left-hand side too, as Murrdurr's quite happy to walk away from that taunt there. Go back to continue farming again. Torpedo off to a flying start once again.
Yeah. And it looks like dual lane's kind of just farming very safely. Nothing crazy happening. Looks like JoJo's trying to take back the lane control, but they are behind the experience.
And I think that's a big key here, is that with the Thor and the Neith ult, they could really pressure solo all day again, because Neith can just fire off the ultimate
ahead.
and put GameHunter ahead again.
Especially with Ho-Yi, you want Ho-Yi to solo Amaterasu. You want Ho-Yi to shut down that lane, and a fed Ho-Yi is scary.
Mainly, what's the reason he is so scary when he's fed?
Well, he just hits really hard, and ricochets are awesome. Not to mention the great team fight potential. As I don't know if that ult was needed, Moex, but JoJo taking a peck to the butt.
Peck to the butt. Indeed, that's how it goes for the time being. But they don't manage to find a kill there. A couple of ultimates expended. Only really JoJo.
Let's talk about BroTuZ's start right now.
Go for
so,
it.
Vampiric Shroud and a very uncommon sash. I don't know how I feel about that. I've seen
I like that. Very uncommon sash.
It's a very uncommon build, and it's an uncommon sash. Yeah, I don't.
So we start, because of that build, you don't get any potions to begin with at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So it's very risky. But they did get first blood as well.
I mean, that was more on GetFisher's part. He just kind of gave it to them. But really, the uncommon sash, I don't know how I feel about that. As preemptive beats. Nice stun, looking
Agni
for
gets
the
the
kill
second
on
bomb. GetFisher's waiting, ringed in. BroTuZ in a bit of trouble now, but there's not many bombs left for Agni. And now BroTuZ is just sat there quite happily waiting for this to go off so he can blow it up. But BroTuZ is still under pressure here.
Nice
the ultimate from the
lane.
rotation from Amaterasu will pick it up. JoJo getting credit for the kill. And like you said, the rotation was the impact.
That's huge. I mean, like the early rotation, the Amaterasu stun, a lot committed on BroTuZ, but you know what? They probably saw the build and like, we're not letting him build uncommon sash. Like,
well, we're going to punish you for no pots, not going back to base.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I like that. I like that play.
So nice little work so far for Team Low. Get themselves on the board as Fisher, and Agni continues to farm up the mid lane for the time being here.
Looks like they're looking at red buff, going to take it. I like this, knowing the ISIS is down. Let's take the red buff. Agni bombs from over the side. It's 2 down. So Agni bomb's going to be down, but I would assume that Team Loyal's not going to look for a fight anytime soon.
I don't think they will for the time being. They're just going to retreat back to their own jungle, clear up their own buffs as well. Murrdurr going to meet Agni in the jungle once again.
Oh, he's so mean. That ground pound just... Ugh. That is horrible to deal with, especially when you're rotating back to your lane as GetFisher and Aiurz. How do you pronounce that?
I think it's Aiurz or Aiurz. I'm going to have to check it with him. Oh,
and that's what I was talking about. Moix with the Neith ult, the Thor ultimate. That's 2 ultimates down, but good pressure on the mid lane as he's forced to dash away.
Really, really good work from him, though, to just keep himself out of a rough position, really, there. The double tap just missed, otherwise I think it could have been a lot worse of a situation for him. Red buff is available. Can we check in with Murrdurr on the Geb as well for a second? I want to see how he's maxing his skills here. Is he going for the shield? No, he's going for this shockwave. So, you call it the ground and pound, but the shockwave we've seen, for the most part, be focused to hold that as GetFisher's under pressure, leaps away. But a lot of the Gebs this season, I'm seeing a lot more maxing shield.
GameHunter's getting soloed. Great Aegis coming out of GameHunter.
I don't think he's getting soloed. I don't think he's getting soloed!
Alright, yeah.
Chop the ult, clear the way.
Yeah, that was smart. That was smart. At first I was like, but then no, that was great. GameHunter, excellent Aegis at the end, realizing that the third hit is the stun, not the second, was able to turn that around completely, and you can tell that Amaterasu was not ready for that. See,
Amaterasu's not OP.
Yeah, GameHunter solos him.
So you just pick Hou-Yi against it every time?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. We know for the rest of the tournament then, if ever anybody else does it this season.
If they don't pick Hou-Yi, they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing. Because GameHunter clearly does. 3-1 is the scoreline. Hou-Yi 1-0-1, highest level in the game. Only a 700 gold lead for the time here for Torpedo Gaming.
Nothing crazy.
Because it was 3-1, it's not as much of a lead as you might have expected.
It's mostly individual outplays to themselves, honestly, with Team Loyal. And that's the key factor. GetFisher dying for first blood because he just jumped in.
He got baited in.
Yeah, he got baited really hard.
And then you've got Amaterasu that got baited on the tower.
getting baited again. And then the tower dive and getting baited by the Aegis. It's honestly, Torpedo Gaming is just mind-gaming them. They're playing extremely well. And it doesn't really matter the team comp at this point until it comes to team fight time. They're just outplaying them.
And how important is the mind games in Smite?
Oh, it's huge.
Like things like taunting your opponents and things. How much do they make a big impact?
Most people wouldn't expect the Hou-Yi solo to get Aegis the first time around, as there's the Neith ultimate onto JoJo, great beads, and it looks like
they're going to try and force this Gold Fury here at the moment, but immediately reset because they see a rotation coming in from the side from DeathPanter on that Athena. And Torpedo looks like they're after a pick more than anything before they further go for that.
Yeah, and I think that's great with their team comp. They can force the issue at Gold Fury, as F-Dot would say, force the issue. But yeah, it looks like they want to kind of look for a pick, maybe on DeathPanter. I would assume on the Agni, but want to force a Gold Fury fight as GameHunter is forced under tower.
And look at that, the Warlock Sash has been finished now, stacking up nicely for BroTuZ. 21 stacks already.
Boots too. I mean, like he got it. That's great. Ooh, great double bounce coming out of GameHunter.
And there's NinjaBobat turning up as well. The wall is from GetFisher, but the firebomb's going to rain down. Fisher walks from his ring to get away. Taunt from Panther, and the follow-up is here. The ultimate is going off. Can they get the third shot on GameHunter? Yes, they will. Panther gets credit for the kill, though, with the reach.
Ugh. You never want to see that.
Cataclysm in response, though. Spirit Ball doesn't connect. Amaterasu still thinking about going aggressive as Murrdurr's getting hit by big old bombs in the back. But BroTuZ's Isis ult saves the day for Murrdurr. Murrdurr still trying to juke out. Amaterasu in a little bit of an awkward position at the back line. Spirit Fall from BroTuZ. No follow yet. Bobat low on mana.
Oh, and that blue buff is like 1 HP, but they can't contest anymore as BroTuZ picks up the kill on the Amaterasu. And it looks like they're chasing down the Agni. Spirit Bomb barely hits the mark, but Thor stun, great double tap out of Bobat.
Thor's done.
Mechanics
Important there. 6-3 is the scoreline now. Torpedo Gaming extend their lead a little bit more. They're just winning these engagements all the time.
That actually looked really good. That was great signs of life coming out of Team Loyal.
Yeah.
And then just mechanics.
I think the big key there was like GameHunter got picked, but they've invested a lot into picking off of the GameHunter there.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And then in response, you saw the rotation come out from Torpedo, which was just a little bit better.
And I was so surprised the BroTuZ ult there to save Murrdurr and to kill his target was beautiful. Great ice display coming out of him, even with the Warlock Sash, which I'm still like kind of questioning because it's like boots are so important, but he's making the Warlock Sash rush work.
Well, both of these two games, Game 1 and Game 2, both the mid laners here went for the Doom Orb rush before they got any boots online anyway. They went full rush, and once again, Agni's done the same thing here. But I guess with Agni, it's a little bit more forgivable because of the fact you've got that dash.
Yes.
Blink, Cataclysm comes out, and JoJo knock up as well. JoJo does finally roll away. The backflip came out from Moex, but he's got Will Weaver if he needs it. Going to juke out the ultimate, and now he's channeling the Will Weaver. Don't care about getting hit by the third shot. Sniperino, Bob's your uncle. Moex gets the kill.
Very textbook. Murrdurr kind of there just in case. I don't know why, but Moex, he realizes after the first and second shot, well, I'm not going to die. So I'm going to start charging the ultimate and gets the confirm on JoJo.
Also see an unfortunate thing there as well, as Axioz on that Amaterasu actually teleported all the way over to come and support and try and counter-gang that and protect. Now he's getting pressured under the tower in the right-hand side by GameHunter as he defends mid lane here. It means GameHunter might be able to get that tower down potentially. I'm not sure if there's enough minions for it though. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, the Athena actually rotated all the way to Soul Lane to try to clear that up, and he's trying to defend barely. Oh, there's the taunt taking some tower damage there. There's the dash, and GameHunter actually gets poked out to half there.
Needs to be careful though, because Amaterasu is nearby, could potentially dash onto it, but Ricochet going to clear a few minions.
I think they recognized that Aiurz was up. It's been a while since he last used it, so Aiurz would be online to mitigate or stop a lot of that damage.
So how are we feeling about Torpedo Gaming? Like, after looking at them now, how do you reckon their chances are of continuing playing this style of being a good team in the Pro League if they make it that far?
I think the higher-end European teams will definitely punish them, but they have potential.
And how would they get
It's
punished?
not like they're bad.
What's the big thing with the punishment you expect?
Just team compositions. Like when you look at this team comp, it looks good. It's just lack of frontline. It has a lot of early game control, and it looks like Team Loyal's not too concerned about contesting the early game. As Odin Cage goes down on Murrdurr, there's a big Cataclysm stunning too. There's BroTuZ's ult. GetFisher's taking a lot of damage under tier 2.
One hit is going to be enough. No, the minions block that one. Meanwhile, Panther trying to do what he can to get out of that engagement as Agni going aggressive, looking for the pick on Murrdurr, but Agni gets the Path of Flames off. Murrdurr should die to the tick damage there. Does go down, but it looks like we'll see Agni fall in place of the support.
Great Moex ult right there, confirming the Agni kill just in case it wasn't enough damage. As JoJo's rotating, looking for BroX. Can he hit his in-hands?
He does.
He does have ult if he decides to go for it. There's the dash in.
Rollout doesn't hit, but the snipe is up. Going to look for the snipe shots onto BroTuZ. Second one does not connect. Third one, will it land on BroTuZ? No, he misses it. And now Moex finds JoJo in an awkward spot, but misses the Spirit Arrow.
Yeah, a lot of missed abilities right now as Moex is on the defensive, forced to backflip away. And it looks like a swift reset of both teams as GetFisher goes for the mid-lift Harpies.
But that doesn't look too bad for Team Loyal now. Let's take him a golden experience because it looks like they came out okay in that one. It's a little bit of an up tilt, but not enough.
They're down about like 2K, but Team Loyal showing lots of signs of life right now. They can definitely turn the team fight. Like I said, they also have way more front lines, a lot more health collectively on each one of the members of Team Loyal, so they can use that to their advantage in these team fights, which means that they can make more mistakes. All it takes is one swift pick on one of the squishier targets of Torpedo, and they can easily win this game as they start the Gold Fury. Gold Fury is getting blown up.
Swift Gold Fury, can they get it? Torpedo those to cure the Gold Fury. They're the ones that come out on top and now Loyal. They're trying to make something worthwhile. They invested a lot for the Gold Fury. Don't get it instead though. Fisher gets a good kill onto NinjaBobat thanks to the bombs of Agni. JoJo picks up Murrdurr as well. BroTuZ is here with the Wingus, but the damage isn't enough to pick up Agni. The Ricochet misses, but it triple bounce at the back onto, unfortunately, GetFisher, who had his shield up. They're still looking to try and force this, but immediately Team Loyal disengage.
GetFisher with the lazy back force the shield. He might have his jump available. There's the stun out of BroTuZ. BroTuZ is now out of position now. There's the Athena ultimate in. Forces an Aegis early. Looks like Amaterasu going to look for the Isis. BroTuZ in a tight spot.
Oh, what? No, Fisher gets picked up with his Spirit Ball. BroTuZ still turns his attention back to the team now. Going to get dashed on by Amaterasu once again. The slow and the speed up going to make
the
things work. As GameHunter picks up
Panther in the tightest spot in the world. He's trying to get out. Oh, he's 1 HP. And the
nice shot from JoJo through the wall there.
Yeah.
What was Fisher doing?
Fisher, please.
Was he just trying to help out and look for a bird bomb? confirm potentially?
I couldn't even tell you. He just looked like he was standing there and just got bopped.
I mean, that was the thing. Like, for BroTuZ to realize that was there, it was like, hey, there's an Odin there.
Yeah, he just probably looked over. And was like, what are you doing, Fisher? And bopped.
I think he could have saved it. He could have survived if he didn't kill GetFisher though.
Yeah.
So Fisher played the right thing by baiting him to use his abilities and die, so he could die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, you got to think about the upsides.
BroTuZ
Even when
is,
they're generally.
Oh, that was gnarly.
That was an Amaterasu.
Yeah.
That was a Ricochet.
Keyword was, yeah.
Keyword was.
Yeah.
Ricochet comes out from GameHunter once again, and GameHunter is showing that Hunters, well, they can be played in the solo lane once again.
Yeah, and Bobat takes the Amaratu's blue buff and the little fire minions as Torpedo are up 11-7, 13 minutes in the game.
So, talk to me about solo lane Hunters here. What's the reason we don't really see them? Is it because of a lack of potential evasion on them? Yeah,
I mean, usually like, we've seen an invade, you would see some sort of pressure, but right now, GetFisher picking the Odin early kind of sealed the deal. It's really hard to pin down the Hu-Yi, and it's really hard to gank the Hu-Yi. I will say that Amaterasu had some good signs of life trying to fight GameHunter, had some decent 1v1s, but got baited too often. There's two key baits that really kind of sealed the deal.
That feels more like jungle pressure more than anything else that helped it, but GameHunter with the Sanctuary under the tower too was a nice little play. 11-7 though, Gold Fury. Somehow, I don't know how, I think Geb secured that Gold Fury. I think
yeah,
it looked like
exactly who secured it, but it was great at a Torpedo the last second to really grab that Gold Fury and run.
Fisher got a little bit caught out there, but a nice taunt from Panther stops Murrdurr from going aggressive, and Bobat going to pick up the left-hand Harpies now going over the wall. JoJo going to put some poke pressure on Murrdurr, but with that shield it'd be fine, but going to get ringed into an awkward spot now. Walls come out too. Has to Cataclysm as well. Athena now coming in. They're really looking for the Geb pick. He's got nothing else left here. Going to get taunted back in. Snipes come out too. They waste a lot for Geb, but Geb's still alive. The shield comes back up. Circle of Protection helps out. Now NinjaBobat is here. Going to force away Agni, who gets a good stun off. GetFisher still surrounded in a multitude of worse opportunities as you still see.
Yeah, JoJo's actually forced away there. There's the back dash. Athena's kind of all by himself, forced to dash away. The triple bounce actually hit him, and Aiurz goes down. There's the Spirit Ball.
Good lord.
And Moix picks up the kill on the Athena. That was a crazy turnaround.
So they invested everything onto Murrdurr.
Yeah.
And didn't find the kill.
Oh, there's the Amaterasu ult. Aegis.
Sanctuary saves the day, and a shield from Murrdurr will also keep him alive as well. 13-7 is the scoreline now. How did he live? Was it Circle of Protection? It seemed
Circle of Protection at
was
the
the big thing that just saved
it. Wasn't even charged. That was like a 0.2 second Circle of Protection. Was able to heal Murrdurr up, and then his Geb shield must have come off cooldown.
Just at the right time.
And yeah, that was crazy though. I can't even believe that Murrdurr survived there. It helped his whole team kind of turn that whole team fight around.
Oh, look at this on left-hand side. Moix in a bit of trouble here. Amaterasu's available. Going to dash in. Doesn't find the dash, however. And the route is great coming out from Moix. There's no follow-up potential there because of the dash missing.
I mean, I like the pressure at least, forcing Moix to kind of back up and back in general, so.
Think about it, we actually see a bit of a change here. With Amaterasu now coming over into a sort of a jungler role, you can see GetFisher's over in the solo lane now to deal with the Hu-Yi. Is it just to catch him up in farm a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I think this is temporary. I mean, you're not really... I don't think anyone in the... Anytime a competitive player has ever said, hey, switch roles with me, we got to get Odin farm for late game. No one's ever said that. So I think we're good on... That's a temporary switch. Amaterasu went back to solo right now.
Well, level 17 is GameHunter right now. 3 levels ahead of Amaterasu already. And we're less than 17 minutes in the game, so over a level
like this Amaterasu. I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's cheeky. He's trying to make plays. He's aggressive. He keeps getting baited. And he's not farming effectively at this point as GameHunter is up 3 levels on him. And Double Hunter, especially this late in the game, is deadly, especially if you don't have the right items equipped to deal with it. I would like to see a Witchblade, Midgardian Mail. He went Midgardian Mail last game. This game, it's a Breastplate of Valor. As much as I appreciate it, I definitely want to see Midgardian Mail soon.
Is that because you against Double Hunter?
Yeah.
Is that why you want to see Midgardian? Just because Double Hunter over the Breastplate? Yeah. Okay.
I think that's fair, especially when you are falling severely behind the Hunter that you're against. I think it's good.
Steal attempt coming in from the boys of Torpedo. Will Weaver gets fired off as well. Thor is in the sky. Circle of Protection is down. Looking for the pick on DeathPanter. Bobat dunks down. Looking for Fisher. Misses it though. Ring is online. Jumps out of the ring for the time being. Agni supporting from the backside. Going to jump away from the Spirit Ball. Meanwhile, Fisher still in the ring. Trying to do what he can. I don't think he realized he could jump out of the ring, but now he will escape for now. backside. Amaterasu with the ultimate, looking for the pick on BroTuZ. Sanctuary will save him as well as the shield coming out from Murrdurr. Taunt comes in from Panther, but he gets hit by a Spirit Ball as well. Fisher gets a good shield on himself and jumps away from danger. Murrdurr under pressure again, zoning from JoJo. Not going to be enough. The snipes, third shot will not connect with Murrdurr. Spirit Ball comes out, does not find his target. Everybody's still alive.
I feel bad for JoJo there, looking for those snipes right there in the middle of the team fight. That would have been huge for his team, but the Geb lives to shield another day as Aiurz is forced out of the fight. Beads dashed away, and then we do have an engagement. GameHunter looks to be 3v1. He's chasing all by himself. I'm not sure if he can actually do this.
No, he
as
can't.
JoJo, ooh, great
Sanctuary will keep him alive, but the wall double tap will secure the kill on him as well. And now Torpedo starting to barrel down mid a little bit more here. HP bar's a little bit healthier for them.
Yeah, I mean, right now, especially with
Thor's up again.
Push.
Did I just see him go up? No, he misses the dunk again, Boba, and the wall on the double tap, but it doesn't matter because in mid lane, we're going to see Amaterasu fall as well as the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I love the pressure coming out of Bobat. I love the fact that they are really just outplaying everyone in these team fights. And honestly, Murrdurr's making so many plays by living here. That's the key thing. He's living. He's probably gotten Geb Shield off like multiple times that fight alone.
I think that's the one thing that people probably underestimate a little bit. BroTuZ and Murrdurr, we're on Titan together. So they've got some communication there that they may not have realized.
Yeah.
But listen, he wasn't in mid lane BroTuZ, but they played together enough that there should be some communication.
I'm sure they understand how they want to fight team fights. They're on the same page, and that's a key thing, especially if you're trying to get into the SPL. You want to have teammates that you're on the same page with. You want to mesh well with these teammates.
And that's the benefit of Torpedo, because normally their mid laner is Carino, who has been with NinjaBobat for the longest period of time. So good synergy between mid and jungle for a couple of the games, and now for this temporary solution, it seems BroTuZ stepping in and going to have some synergy with Murrdurr. 15-7, game 2, best of 5. How does it feel going into a best of 5? You go down 2-0.
It's tough, especially mentally, because now it's like, are we getting outplayed, or is the team not getting it? What can we do to actually switch us up to show a better... I mean, granted, so game 2 for Team Loyal, this is way better than game 1. Yeah. They are performing way better. It's like 100% better. It still doesn't cut it. They are having a hard time dealing with Torpedo, and it's mostly just outplaying. It's like Torpedo definitely seems to have their number, but I want to see if they do go into a game 3, I want to see Team Loyal kind of switch it up with the Soul Lane and see if we can actually get him ahead for once.
They could have looked for aggression, I guess. I mean, they picked up Amaterasu. They could have gone Chiron, Blink, Cataclysm coming out from Murrdurr there. Knock up, double tap hits as well. Fisher gets the ring off, walks for it. Ricochet, though, does connect and destroy that whole thing. Will Weaver does connect.
Thor's in the air.
Purification was up. Bobat is in the air. Is he going to come in?
I don't know if he... I really hope he doesn't. He could, but... Yeah, it looks like he's kind of back out there. Just going to pressure tier 2. As meanwhile, in the dual lane, Moix is pressuring tier 2 all by his lonesome.
Yeah, Will Weaver is on cooldown here. JoJo has his ultimate available. JoJo going to try and farm up these minions. Get some good poke damage up. I'm just going to keep trading up. He should be fine. Right hand side, though, pressure. Circle of protection is down as Amaterasu limps away on low HP, but we will be able to come back with that teleport if required.
I mean, Moix is using his level advantage right now to pressure JoJo's. Not much he can do. He would literally, Moix would have to miss many autos to actually deal with this,
to the left.
Yeah, there's a teleport.
They're looking for the pick on Moix here. Amaterasu coming over. What a call coming out from him. Dash doesn't connect, but he's going to close the gap a little bit more. Moix quite happy with the sprint just to keep running away here.
Oh, he's going for it.
Being forced. Going to get the third shot off, but at the same time, Purification saves the day.
And heavily. It was good of Moix there recognizing, hey, I'm just going to beat this away. As Fire Giant is being started here, BroTuZ, great Spirit Ball. Not beating the taunt there, and never mind, he's actually getting kind of blown up.
No shield for Murrdurr. Sanctuary forced onto BroTuZ there, still trapped in the ring. Murrdurr doesn't have a shield just yet. He's waiting for it though, as Agni does disengage the fight. Cataclysm saves the day again. Murrdurr trying to roll out, going to get torn out. BroTuZ does fall down, and now this turnaround is big because Panther's still alive. Double tap from NinjaBobat, but he can't follow it to secure the kill. Now Amaterasu's here, going to pressure Bobat away as well as Murrdurr. Murrdurr maybe in a bit of an awkward position as GetFisher is back with the dunk. Doesn't have any follow-up, and now he's in trouble himself.
Yeah, it's not looking good for GetFisher as he is getting focused out. I feel so bad. Every time GetFisher gets into a team fight, he gets immediately blown up. As you even look in the player damage charts, he's the lowest damage in the game right now. That's
never seen that happen to an Odin before in the jungle.
Yeah, I can't believe an Odin would be the lowest damage.
From the jungle? Is that possible, Allied?
I don't think so. Oh, wait. It is.
How's it possible?
667.
Ah.
Oh, well. But GetFisher, he is still farming pretty decently. He's the same level as the Soul Laner. He's actually one of the highest levels for his team, but everyone else on Torpedo Gaming is higher level. And right now, I mean, he's the only one that's behind him is Murrdurr.
He's doing his job, though, from the jungle.
Yeah, he's doing a decent job.
A little bit more than we see more presence out of him this game than we did last game on the Bastet.
Absolutely. So right now we need GetFisher to kind of...
Cheeky Moex, going to steal away that buff just in time, I think, there.
If I was on Team Loyal right now, I would definitely look for more picks on a target that we can easily kill. For example, Hui with his jump down, which we can easily force, or Neith with her jump down, which we can easily force as well. It's really hard to actually grab and kill an Isis. Isis, Circle of Protection, the damage mitigation, the damage reduction is too much to deal with, honestly, for this team. Grab a Neith, grab a Hui, try to get an easy pick.
Right-hand side, though, Torpedo starting to group up and just pressure that lane out. It was under pressure for a second. As Moex just chilling in the mid lane here, keeping an eye on rotations as BroTuZ takes the right Harpies. Fire Giant definitely seems to be the big option here for both these teams as Amaterasu going in aggressive there onto Bobat, gonna force out his jump. And now Amaterasu gonna have to back away from the pressure of the wind gusts. And both teams just retreat for now.
Game plan wise, it looks like Torpedo's kind of looking for, you know, soft poke into a Fire Giant fight, but it looks like Team Loyal is just trying to farm up and really get the experience, you know. Torpedo's so far ahead experience-wise, they just want to catch up.
And how long do they have to catch up for is the question, though. And what's the late game going to be like if they do catch up?
Look at the charts right now. Experience difference down 11K. They are down 9K gold. I mean, it's kind of out of hands. Team Loyal needs like I said before earlier in the cast, that Team Loyal needs a swift pick on one of the hunters and turn that into a 4v5 situation, which they can easily do with light pressure from the Odin. As GetFisher forces the jump, this is what I was talking about, jumps in, cages him. There's the Neith ult for Peel, there's the Hui ultimate. GetFisher's actually getting this turned on. Oh,
Lord. Did he just destroy that? And now we're going to see Aiurz trying to pick up the kill in response. Sorry, Axioz trying to pick up the kill in response. GameHunter still under the tower pressure as well. Going to get the ricochet off his GameHunter. Leaps over, keeping in the air as long as possible. Going to jump down as well. Turn around, he's going to find the kill. No, yes, no, yes, tower. Picks up the kill. 2v1.
2v1.
Actually, no, Moex was involved. Cataclysm in mid lane, though. Onto DeathPanter. He's trying to ult away from the danger, but Wingus will come out in time as well as a backflip from Moex to pick up a kill in mid as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was good out of Moex there to reactively ult to help GameHunter in his 2v1, but I'm not going to take that much away from that.
GameHunter seems to be back a little bit. GameHunter seems to be back.
He's definitely feeling himself right now. I mean, he has Fatalis online. Let's talk about his builds.
Did he ricochet off the ring?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could ricochet off the ring.
Well, GetFisher got blown up. He caged him and he just died.
But the ricochet hit the ring and then bounced onto him. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that could happen. Fire Giant been started up. No one here to really defend now. Rama, snipes of Hot Justice. No, Torpedo Gaming get it. Team Loyal now going to be having to pressure backwards to the safety of their tower line, which is only 2 tier 2s.
Yeah, I appreciate the attempt out of JoJo there. That was a great attempt. Not quite enough, especially, like I said, with Isis, perfect objective secure. Can't really contest it. So Torpedo gets the Fire Giant here, as they are going to look to push down the remaining 2 towers, the tier 2s on dual lane and soul lane side, which they can easily do after they back and buy.
So far, though, we said at the beginning of the cast, you know, this game, you were saying you felt like Torpedo going to have a rough time with only one frontliner, but they're still making it work.
I think it's just the outplaying, the skill mechanic of the game where Torpedo just kind of dancing around them. I mean, GameHunter just literally 2v1 them. Granted, he is up 10k gold and 9k experience, which is a big factor, especially for a soul lane hunter. You know, that's kind of a big deal, but at the end of the day, he is he's still 2v1 them.
You can see player damage on your screen there as well. BroTuZ at the top, followed by GameHunter. Axioz is up there as well on the Amaterasu at 13k.
BroTuZ is doing a lot of work these past 2 games. He's making the dream work for Isis. He's showing how much utility she can bring out. BroTuZ has great objective secure. He's setting up the team fights perfectly, and he's living. A lot of these kill attempts have been on him, and he's shown that you cannot kill me. I have circle protection.
Tier 2 tower falls on the left-hand side. Axioz in the jungle, trying to get a position there for his team, but the rotation coming out from Torpedo there now.
Torpedo has 2 choices right now. Do we push the Phoenix or do we go for the other tier 2? And it looks like they're going for the safer option, grab all the towers out of the way, and from there they're probably going to look for a pick into a Phoenix as BroTuZ throws the Spirit Ball. They do catch Moex, who is forced purification. Yeah, that's huge. That is actually really huge going into the next fight, which I would assume be the final fight.
Well, Fire Giant's going to be on him for a few more minutes just yet, so they're going to just bring the minion wave all the way in. Do you defend this tower as Team Loyal?
Absolutely not. You're down 10k. You just
give it up.
In fact, I might even give up a Phoenix or 2.
Look at the pressure coming out there from Axioz on that Amaterasu, pointing it onto BroTuZ in the mid lane. Meanwhile, right-hand side, looks like they are trying to defend a little bit for now, but with that reinforcement of Murrdurr rolling in, they'll back away.
Yeah, I feel bad too, because Geb from being that far behind is, you can't deal with him. it's just the Geb shields are too much.
Too big.
Yeah. Like, honestly, Agni could bomb twice, and that wouldn't take off the Geb shield. That's how big of an effect Geb shield has, especially when you're trying to burst down a target, which is what their team comp is set up for.
And
I mean,
not only that, the Geb also has the shell as well, just to reduce that burst even more.
Oh yeah, just in case you thought you could, you can't.
Can't indeed. So for now, it looks like Torpedo Gaming took the tier 2 towers, went back to base, picked up a couple of items, finished off a few things. You can see Hasten Fatalis online for GameHunter here. How do you feel about that?
I think he's just swagging. Honestly, the extra movement speed is going to help out a lot in these team fights to kind of reposition himself, but honestly, he's just going to stick on a target and blow someone up. Want to see if he sells the Ikvul for maybe an Executioner. Want to see if he even sells the Fatalis for another offensive item.
Ikvul for Executioner or Odibo?
Odysseus
bow? No? You're not down for
maybe,
Odysseus
because
bow?
that's a lot of physical power lost with the Ikvul. The Ikvul does give an extra 30 physical power, so I don't know. It's really his call. That's why I want to see what he goes with it. I personally like the Executioner, but I do appreciate Oboe.
World Weaver being channeled by Moex as a new minion wave comes in. Keep an eye on the Blink Initiation from Murrdurr as well. You can see there's the World Weaver fired, but they're not going to go in on it. JoJo took a bit chunk there, but instead it's Fisher who's bursted. NinjaBobat's in the sky as well now. Is he going to dunk down on the backside? Is the question. Yes, he is, but he gets trapped in the ring and has to double tap away. And as he double taps away, he walks into JoJo, picks up a kill as the Phoenix falls.
Poor JoJo taken out by the double tap as they go for left Phoenix. And it looks like, ooh, DeathPanter taken out swiftly by BroTuZ. And yeah, that's a dead Team Loyal.
It's a dead Phoenix as well. And now 5 members of Torpedo looking to make this a quick 2-0 in their favor, going into it for a game 3 potentially. They've got minions pouring in. They don't have any fire minions just yet. But they feel themselves. Is it easy enough to do this?
Yeah, I mean, when you're this far ahead, you can pretty much do anything. As they do take out GetFisher yet again, he was forced to the fountain, and before he could die, the game's over.
Before he could die, the Titan dies instead. 21-9 is the final tagline for Torpedo after game 2. Game 3, so game 1 you said they need to change the picks up a little bit, be a bit more aggressive. They were. Game 3, they need to be more aggressive on the more front foot, you reckon?
Well, still, what I liked out of Torpedo is they got the Isis and the Thor combination, and that's as aggressive as you can get. I really want to see them take away BroTuZ's Isis. So, as far as First Blood goes, it was.
You spoke about those.
Yeah, it was Swift bait.
The Swift all-in GetFisher. And the Swift all-out GetFisher was also what happened here too, as he gets hit by the double tap. And
I'm so surprised they even went for this. It was definitely clearly a bait. They didn't waste their abilities clearing the mid Harpies, and they're like, hey, come GetFisher, come on. And he just jumped in and died. Let's
have a little look at some of the plays from that game as well, because good play from Torpedo overall. Torpedo moving on to a 2-0 lead here. We're going to have a little look at BroTuZ plays in this one. As you can see, he played very, very consistently both games so far.
I mean, he's been a key factor in Torpedo's wins so far. Like, he's not like shining like GameHunter would, right? He's not swagging like GameHunter, but he's doing what he needs to do as an Isis. And really the key thing is he's surviving a lot of these gank attempts. He's doing a crazy amount of damage. He's putting a lot of effort in these team fights to help his team get ahead, and it's showing. The Isis utility is out of control.
Out of control is the issue. What are we going to see come up next? We're going to take a quick break for a moment and see exactly what the thought process is going to be for Team Loyal going into Game 3. They've got to win 3 back-to-back games to still have a shot at moving on.